for an incredible ultralight championship matchup. And this competitor, TJP, the Phil-Am Flash, no stranger to championship gold throughout his decorated career.
There's no question. I mean, TJ Perkins is a man who has been recognized as a world champion and featured around the world in this weight class. I mean, the fact is that TJ Perkins has been wrestling since he was a young boy. 12, 13 years old, he started learning the craft. By 16, he was a professional wrestling in Japan. And we knew from the beginning this guy was going to be a star around the planet. And it turns out that we were right, of course. Probably my idea, Todd. And now he's back at PCW Ultra, and he's challenging for one of the biggest prizes we have here in the company.
No doubt about it, TJP, a whole lot of history in Southern California. That's where he first made waves in this great sport when he was known as Pinoy Boy.
It's gotta feel good to hear the sold-out crowd chanting your name.
Talk about TJP making waves for many years in this great sport. Somebody that's making some big waves as of late. Superstar Jake Atlas, the reigning defending PCW Ultralight champion. Been making waves inside the ring and outside, partner.
Newsworthy has been the meteoric rise of this young man, Jake Atlas. It was a year ago, we were just getting to know who he was. He was coming into the Young Guns tournament. Relatively unknown in the world of professional wrestling. And you fast forward a year, the guy has the PCW Ultralight Championship over his shoulder. He's a world travel professional wrestler gaining notoriety in Europe. And I mean, wow, it's just been incredible to watch Jake Atlas and what has happened in his short career to be as good and as highly recognized as he is. It's remarkable.
He will be tested like perhaps never before here, though, taking on TJP. What a match it's going to be, and here to set the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest, one fall, 60 minutes for the Ultralight Championship. Your official once the bell rings, in charge of the action, Rick Knox. Introducing first, our challenger. He comes to us from Los Angeles, California. Weighing in earlier at 175 pounds. He is a former X Division champion, a former WWE Cruiserweight champion. He is an Ultra original. Phil-Am Flash, Cruiser Great, TJ Perkins. His opponent is our current reigning and defending Ultralight champion from El Monte, California, weighing 200 pounds, superstar Jake Atlas. One fall for the Ultralight championship.
Superstar takes on the Phil-Am Flash with the Ultralight title hanging in the balance. What a championship contest coming your way, courtesy of PCW Ultra. Both champion and challenger, Christian, are riding a wave of momentum right here in PCW Ultra. The challenger earned this opportunity, did TJ Perkins, with a big victory over Adam Brooks out of Melbourne, Australia. On the flip side, the champion coming off of a pair of title defenses against a couple of rascals in Trey McGill and Desmond Xavier.
Yeah, and of course, Todd, you can watch all of those matches on Amazon Prime with your Prime subscription, or you can go to Fight app and watch them there. You can catch up on all the 3.5 years of PCW Ultra that are in the can so far. Some really incredible historic matches and matchups And yet again, we have a historic matchup right now between TJP and Jake Atlas, this rising superstar. I think a match that Jake has been dreaming about, quite frankly. And I think those of us who love this great sport have dreamt about this too. Here we go.
Sportsmanship on display there. Champion, challenger shaking hands. Crowd was split right down the middle. You hear chants for both the champ and the challenger. Rear waist lock in the early going. Standing switch by the champion. Bull rushing now is the challenger, TJP. Both men jockeying for position, trying to get the early advantage. Neither is able to.
And it's interesting to bring up, Todd. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that at a time, 5-10 years ago, Southern California, a struggling wrestling scene, and these two persevered through it. And now look at the status we'll cover here of these two. I mean, Atlas from El Monte, TJP's right out of Los Angeles, California. Two towns that are about 15 minutes apart, representing California well, are these two fighters around the world. And these great professional wrestlers, I have to say, I'm not sure who has the advantage here and who would be the favorite going into this match.
It's a pick 'em for sure. Champion's advantage certainly rides with Jake Atlas, but he will not be in too big of a hurry to utilize that. He wants to prove himself, and what a way to do it with the cruiser great, former cruiserweight champion of the WWE, TJ Perkins. Hammerlock early by the champion. And again, the humble beginnings as well. We talked about the Young Guns events, and in essence, a parking lot, Iguana Kelly's for Jake Atlas, back in the old Anaheim marketplace for TJ Perkins. And fast forward to being under the bright lights in the Ultratorium for the Ultralight Championship.
And frankly, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the attention these men have had from some of the biggest companies in the world. Both men gaining attention from WWE. A cruiserweight champion was TJ Perkins, the first ever. And with Jake Atlas, meeting with Stephanie McMahon and having a presence, I mean, it's just incredible to see good things happen to good people. Both of these guys, really great guys, and frankly, great wrestlers.
And we're seeing it there. Nice bridge by TJ Perkins, attempting to get out of this head scissors, and does. Holding on to the arm, though, tenaciously so, was the champion, Jake Atlas, and gets him right back into position in that head scissors. TJ Perkins held championship gold virtually everywhere he's been. WWE, as we mentioned, as well as Impact Wrestling. Former X Division title holder. A lot of longevity, but still a youngster.
Look at TJ Perkins, the dexterity, the flexibility in his legs to be able to lift a man like that and counter potential submissions. I mean, these guys are going to wrestle here on the mat, both displaying great fundamentals. As you watch Atlas trying to fight off and trying to stop any advance from TJ Perkins, but Perkins, a little showmanship here.
Both are so fluid in their motion. Nice counter there by TJP. Well versed in the art of grappling. Little surfboard variation here on the West Coast. Counter by the champion. And back to square one. But it's been a fun ride thus far to get there.
Todd, you've called matches all over the world. You've called them, Kurt Angle matches, Hulk Hogan, Shark Boy, everybody, the who's who of pro wrestling. I have to ask you, am I overstating it when I say that these two guys could be two of the best, top 20 wrestlers on the planet today?
Oh, no question about it. And two of the best that I've ever had the privilege of calling their action. And see a beautiful step through headlock takedown there by the challenger. And we talked about a champion's advantage, but some people, just due to the experience of TJP, might consider the champion the underdog coming into this matchup, and that's a unique dichotomy for certain. Beautiful takedown again by TJP, who is really carrying himself as a championship caliber athlete, and he is carrying himself with tons of confidence thus far in this title match.
Yeah, he really is. It shows the world miles from TJ Perkins, and Todd, he really has that side headlock cinched in. Rick Knox looking right under the shoulder, making sure that there is no press on those shoulder blades. Look at that. Atlas able to get back up. Snap takedown. Look at TJ with the counter.
Oh, there's a counter with style as well. Single leg pick now by Perkins. Fundamentally sound, are both incredibly agile, just trying to keep up with this, even though chain wrestling at its finest. Gets the leverage there, does Atlas, muscles him over for the drop kick, nobody home. Nice counter by TJP. Great action, both guys moving like they're underwater, not by speed, but by fluidity.
Incredible, these two men guessing the other's attacks. And a stalemate after a display of some martial arts and striking, unlike anything we've seen here in PCW Ultra.
You can hear the faithful so appreciative of the great action. And this is just, again, proof positive that PCW Ultra, the total spectrum of professional wrestling, you'll see, all violence is legal. You'll see heavyweight hoss fights, and you will see two of the greatest athletes and lightweights in perhaps the history of this great sport going at it. The roads of the wrestling world lead right here to PCW Ultra.
Yeah, there's no question about it. These two locking up again. A test of strength turns into a hammer lock. And look at TJ Smart. He sweeps the leg there. He took out the support from underneath Jake Atlas. And now that wrist lock is right down into the ground there. Knox, such a great referee, really right in there, checking in, making sure that Atlas is not tapping out, not verbally submitting, nothing in his arm is breaking, quite frankly.
Been so well matched thus far. Both guys really trying to see who can kick it into high gear, but they both know as well that when you're in there with such a dangerous adversary, it can put you away in a hurry that fools rush in. So fundamentally sound are both thus far, not wanting to make that pivotal, all-important first mistake.
Well, if you make a mistake against either one of these guys, they're so fast, it's unlikely you'll be able to recover from such a mistake. So both men just choosing to wrestle and grapple, much like a catch-as-catch can or Greco-Roman competition. And now look at this, ropes come into play here, but a stalemate yet again.
Human game of chess on display here in the Ultratorium. And both can turn out your lights in a hurry. Leapfrog there by the former gymnast.
It's funny to see a scout of a scout.
Yes.
Atlas had him scouted. TJ had Atlas scouted, and TJ with the advantage now. And now we're starting to see a little bit more of a collision here between these two great wrestlers.
And a world of experience for TJP. He's been in there with the very best, and an opportunity for Jake Atlas to prove that he is in that company. Nice takedown there by Jake Atlas. Looking to press the advantage, not able to, at least in the moment. Look at this, round and round they go, where he stops. Only the challenger, TJP, knows. Back and forth, seesaw.
You can see those patented white boots of Jake Atlas. It just shows so well on camera, those legs.
Cloverleaf.
Stretched now as you watch the legs getting stretched, and he's so close to the ropes, but he can't turn right without ripping the MCL, ACL, risking permanent knee injuries. And TJ now saw he was going for the other rope, decides to cut that off, and in doing so allows for Atlas to put the right leg on the bottom rope. What a sequence that was in submission tactics.
Jake Atlas got a lot of flexibility, got put to the test there. He was all tied up by TJ Perkins, who is so well versed in submission grappling. Can take you out with high impact as well, though. That detonation kick, talking about detonation, that sounded like an explosion right there on the chest of TJP, big chop.
Todd Kelly and I have headphones on, and we could hear that sound echoing through our noise-canceling headphones.
Yeah.
And there it is again.
Nothing got muffled there, that's for sure.
And the fans appreciate it. A little Ric Flair whoop.
Beautiful counter by the champion, Jake Atlas, who now is in control of this matchup.
God!
Wow!
And not a wrestling technique there, cover. Instead, just planting TJ Perkins in a vicious manner right in the center, was able to get the cover, but only two.
Boy, real case of whiplash there. Almost a variation of a springboard zigzag, you might say.
Sure.
And so digging down deep into his offensive playbook was the champion, Jake Atlas, and you got to figure that's what he's going to have to do and there was such a well-traveled competitor in TJ Perkins.
We need to see more of that. As you can see, the striking now really coming into effect with these two guys. They are done wrestling around. Look at that big forearm, back elbow. Oh my God, beautiful pump handle kick from Jake Atlas.
I think it's safe to assume, partner, that playtime's over with these two. The feeling out process is officially over. Look at that. Incredible elusiveness into the cutter, into the cover, into the defense. Not yet.
My goodness. Wow. And we thought for a moment that Jake Atlas was going home with his ultralight championship. And you could tell by the expression on his face that this is going to be a tougher fight than I think he even thought. I mean, he has all the confidence in the world. We spoke to him earlier today. He's got a middle finger from some of these fans. No short of confidence from the champion.
Crowd continues to be split, but I'm sure that they are unified in their respect for both great competitors. Oh man, hitting hard on the outside. Single leg pick, and gravity took over. TJP hit hard and heavy on that apron.
Compelling is this action, Todd, as they've spilled to the outside. Dangerous out there, only cold cement under their feet. Oh man, and a tumble. And this is what I was talking about, Todd. It's very dangerous here on the outside with no canvas. It's not sanctioned out there. We've seen over and over again our referees here at PCW Ultra allow these men to settle their differences on the outside as long as they get back in a reasonable time. But it is really dangerous out there. And that's smart by TJ, the veteran.
Senior official Rick Knox had started to administer the count. It's a moot point at this point, though. Outside inside goes DJP with the helo and count of 2. And do you think it is in the advantage of TJP? Wow, variation, just tying up the arms. Almost like a double wrist lock to get him to the grounded position. Because of the gymnastics, acumen, the athleticism of the champion, do you think it is in the wheelhouse of TJP here to tie him up, slow down the action?
I think so. I mean, I was focused on that cover there, excuse me. The innovation behind the way Perkins is attacking all these limbs has me captivated, quite frankly. And yeah, to answer your question, I do. I think, you know, TJP is a world champion, and TJP has gone up against some of the best on the planet. Look at this cover again. Atlas going to fight up with that left shoulder. I don't think anything's going to rattle Perkins, but I think Atlas he's up for this type of challenge. He really is. He's shown it before, and he's going to show it again. He's going to do it for El Monte.
And Atlas, again, as he continues to nullify these covers, now with the bridge, I believe that one of the advantages that the champion does have is maybe in the power department, and showing it here. Perkins breaks him down, though. What a Liu Kang! This bicycle kick.
Great Mortal Kombat.
And talk about that DDT to the heel.
Yeah.
What that does.
Well, if you actually hook an extremity from your partner while delivering such a devastating maneuver, it lowers the chance that they can actually escape that maneuver or counter it. So it's TJ Perkins doubling down on his devastating arsenal. Look at this here. He's not wasting any time with these suplexes, and he keeps it hooked.
Then allows to go with the belly to back suplex, and that DDT is rolled to the heel, just sends shockwaves all the way up the leg.
It really does, and now Perkins knowing that those shockwaves have been felt by Jake Atlas. He looks to go up, and we know this is common area for him.
Nobody home for the senton. Oh my goodness, look at this. Mirror image. This really is like a mirror match, these two. So well rounded, incredible competitors. Both guys go upstairs, they're both down. Whoever can get to his feet first here, partner, this might be a very, very pivotal point in this match.
Atlas is moving around, showing some sort of life. TJ barely raising his head for the first time. This is big trouble here. both of these men, we don't want to see a double count out here, Todd. We want to see a winner. Everyone wants to see either a pinfall or submission. Vertical base established by both guys now, Todd. Look at Atlas, those vicious knees, I swear to God. Those are incredible in the height.
Digging down deep and takes TJP. Veteran instincts to get to the outside, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from the superstar.
Jake Atlas cartwheeling over that top rope. The way he puts his offense together is unlike anybody else. Beautiful flying forearm by Atlas. That's a cover there, Todd. He's in there. No.
Close call there, and really getting his second win was the champion. Starts to quicken the pace, but you got to wonder how much he's got in that gas tank to do so.
How much do either of these men have? I mean, it seems like a lifetime ago that they were chain wrestling in the center of the ring, going grapple for grapple, and this match has turned violent ever since. And Atlas now looks to go high risk yet again after cartwheeling over that top rope. He's going to position himself
This
in
is
that
where he
corner
wants to be.
turnbuckle.
That's where he wants to be for that LGB DDT. Well scouted by the Phil-Am Flash. Taking out the wheels. The wheels just might be falling off of the title reign of Jake Atlas.
Jake Atlas is favoring that left knee, Todd. I think he's hurt. I think that left knee might be hurt. It landed right on the left side of the knee, right where the meniscus passes through the meat of your knee. And he's having trouble putting any weight on it, Todd. And now TJ, he sees it. And TJ is going to take advantage. And this just goes to show you, TJ is not messing around here. He sees that championship in his sights, and his target has targeted the knee of Jake Atlas. He's trying to fight back. Oh, this is bad, Todd.
Both champion challenger with something to prove, and now throwing some big haymakers. Atlas
can barely put any weight on that partner.
Yeah, well, he put enough on it there. Goes upstairs, follows up. Adrenaline can do wonders. Big spinning back kick got him right in the breadbasket. Look out here. Oh, man, thought it was going to be a dragon screw leg whip. Comes up with a suplex. Atlas bounces right back up. What's keeping these two going?
My God, Jake Atlas. Where is he getting this from?
Oh, wow, what a counter there. Rolling through, taking the rug from under the champ.
Is that a knee bar? Trying to get a good look. Here we go. Atlas so close to those ropes.
Got to be all kinds of anguish going through the entire body of the challenger.
He's safe. He got there.
Gutsy performance there by the champion to get to the ropes. Incredible action, back and forth. And you mentioned earlier that the knee of the champion, Jake Atlas, compromised, and that's certainly going to be the case now.
Absolutely it is, and Perkins is stalking Atlas. This is not good. A one-legged champion looks to defend against a former world champion.
Sinking detonation kick.
He can barely put any weight on it, Tom. Atlas going right after him here. Perkins. Perkins like a shark, smelling blood in the water.
Again, it really is just like a mirror image with these two. Back and forth, seesaw matchup. Champion shrugs off the challenger and would love to bait him in. You got to think for that DDT, but TJP has other ideas. Springboard to the top. What's he going to do? Superplex. Incredible, and holds on yet again. Looking for the series. Looking detonation kick.
Oh my God.
New
This
champ.
is it.
New champ.
This is it, Todd.
History made. Ow! He kicked out. He kicked out Christian Cole. Can you believe it?
What? The fans here in Wilmington arguing with Knox, telling him they thought it was 3. I thought it was 3. Everyone at home thought it was 3.
TJ Perkins came within an eyelash of becoming the ultralight champion. How many people on the grand stage has he put away with that detonation kick? And somehow, some way, Jake Atlas dug down deep and warded off the pinfall loss, at least for the moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he can hold on for much longer. Perkins looks to end it now. Wait a minute, he rolled him up.
What a reversal. Oh, he got all of that knee. And now battering back. My goodness, this is a fireworks display.
Right on the button for both men, answering strike for strike. And look at Jake Atlas. Beautiful. Atlas getting this from virtually nowhere with no energy on one leg. Jake Atlas looks to climb to the sky.
Can he do it? He's fighting with ultra pride right now. Sinks the LGB DDT for the 1-2. And yes, the 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still ultralight champion, superstar, Jake Atlas.
Well, from where TJP recently came, the competitors are referred to as superstars, and Atlas living up to that moniker of superstar here, putting the title on the line against world-class competition.
What we just witnessed was a jambalaya of professional wrestling, tutelage and knowledge. These two men displaying all styles, all shapes and sizes that we've come to expect from both of these guys. And what started off as a wrestling match turned into an exhibition of flying high and turned into a brawl, ultimately ending with the LGB DDT spiking the former WWE Cruiserweight Champion into the mat. Jake Atlas on one leg comes out, still champion.
And there you see the sportsmanship between champion and challenger. TJ Perkins had hit that detonation kick and came ever so close to becoming the ultralight champion.
It's still shocking to me, Todd. I cannot believe that Jake Atlas kicked out of that detonation kick. Everyone thought it was over. We thought the reign of Jake Atlas was over. We thought the pride of El Monte was ending tonight. And instead, the story is that Jake Atlas can persevere through anything. Jake Atlas is the most resilient man on this roster. Jake Atlas is the ultralight champion.
When Jake Atlas joined us in commentary, he talked about that Filipino heritage of TJP, the Mexican-American heritage of Jake Atlas. Well, he's getting a taste of that as the fans throwing money in the ring. Of course, a staple in Lucha Libre, a show of respect for great action, and certainly richly deserved after a title contest that we will never forget. Wow.
This is wrestling, folks.